SpongeBob SquarePants movie. This looks like a regular figure, but I was gonna try to get this complete set. This is so lame, I hate it. Hello random person, Sab Nino here. I've been meaning to make this video for a while. I am so sorry that it took this long to actually make this video. Today we're going to be looking at my SpongeBob fast food toys. Also, I hope you like this backdrop. I was recording an episode of the SpongeBob plush series and I was too lazy to get rid of it. So SpongeBob will be featured in every aspect of this video. Yay. First off is this thing. I don't fully understand what it does. I think it like bobs up and down in the water. That's kind of how it looked like in the commercial. And I need to clean my sink. So unfortunately I'm not gonna drown these out in water or anything, but yeah, this is a Patrick. I'm pretty sure this is from either the 2002 or 2003 line. They came very close together, so it's very easy to mix the two up. I do like the bikini bottom thing. I just noticed that. It says bikini bottom on the floaty. Next up is SpongeBob with a reef blower. You're supposed to fill this with water and you can squirt your friends if that's your sort of thing. There's a button on the back, and here's how SpongeBob looks when he does it, like when you fill with water. His face just presses down. It's kind of cursed, not gonna lie. He's just going, awooga. Also, where the fuck are his socks? Were they always like this? I should probably look up how this toy actually looks. It's weird that both socks have the exact same error. It's a minor thing, just something I thought I'd bring up. This one is a rare occurrence where instead of Burger King, it's actually Wendy's. This is meant to promote SpongeBob's house party. It came out in 2002, and I believe you're supposed to like move it around and fill it with water, and you're supposed to put like the little in the thingamabobbins. I do like this bubble texture. Next up is McDonald's. The sports line that they did. One thing I never understood about this line of toys is that, was it meant to coincide with the Olympic Games, or was that just a coincidence? I believe you wind it up and... okay, yeah, you can wind it up and move it. The problem is that we are on a green screen, so just pretend it's going zoomies. Fencing Mr. Krabs, his gimmick is just... it does its job, I suppose. It's interesting how Mr. Krabs just has like a foot here. I get it's for stability, but it's a very interesting design choice. His belt isn't fully colored. I don't know. This is really cool. It's simple, but it's rare that we get any sort of Mr. Krabs rep in these fast food lines, so I'll take what I can get. Speaking of Mr. Krabs, another McDonald's thing. This is the rather lame sponge out of water promotion. It's sad when Jollibee's has better toys. Has anyone been to Jollibee's? I've always wanted to go to Jollibee's, but it's not in my area. It's a straw topper, because that's apparently all they could think of for this line, and he just pinches his claws, I guess. I'm not sure if this is due to age, but this one has a hard time, like, closing, so it doesn't really do its job that well. Oh well. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie. I love how we go from Sponge Out of Water to the first movie. I like that. This was battery operated, and it could go around. It was like a battery powered paddy wagon, which I think is really cool, but unfortunately, when I turn on the on switch, it just doesn't work. So you just have to manually do it. I wish it was like a wind-up or something, or they had a way to like replace the batteries, because, well, in its current state, it's pretty much just a normal car. A lot of these fast food toys don't have longevity in mind, it seems. Hey, what's next? Oh, Lost in Time. The Lost in Time toys had an interesting gimmick of just trying to represent different cultures and stuff. I forgot what this one is meant to represent. I believe it's like just karate, but it's a cute figure. I like the pose. It's not much posability, but this line was really cool. Though I don't want to speak for other cultures, but I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of things in this line were pretty dated by today's standards, but they didn't know at the time. More SpongeBob movie. This one is Plankton. His eye used to be filled with water and it used to wobble around, nothing to it. It's also like a bobblehead. It just wobbles around like this. It's like two types of wobble in one figure. How cool. How epic. Also, it's interesting how like the antennas don't stand up on these just for extra stability. They're just stapled to the sides. Hey look, another sponge out of water. I say this one's the best one, solely because of this. You just spin the eyes. Like, it's not a unique gimmick, but it's something. It spins really fast, and there's barely anything on the back. They kind of print it, but like, just kind of. I wish you could blow bubbles out of this thing. That would have been cool. There's like a sponge out of water DVD set that I wanted, but my mom said no, where you could actually blow bubbles like out of the DVD box. And my mom was just like, what the hell are you supposed to do with that, Nino? Blow bubbles? Yes, that's the point. Next up is Sonic. It's a Bendy Squidward. For a little bit, Sonic was in charge of the SpongeBob line, and I hate to admit this, they're probably like the worst SpongeBob toys I have ever seen. Like, in terms of these fast food things, because a lot of them are just cheap. I say this Bendy Squidward is probably the best one because it does its job. I know I'm capable of sort of making him dab. Here, have dabbing Squidward. Yay. Another Wendy's one. Sandy, and she's a pen. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work anymore, but Sandy's a pen. Pendy cheeks. Who's looking forward to saving Bikini Bottom? She's a pen. She has a party hat, and she's a pen. She has a box, like a tiny gift that's plankton size. She's a pen. Next up, another plankton. This one is broken, which is a shame, because it had a really cool gimmick. Because, like, when the crown is forward, you can move here. Over there. It moved over here. And when it's on top like this, it spins around. There's like a Peanut Butter Gamer video that shows the functionality of this. But unfortunately, due to time, this one is broken, which sucks because this is probably one of my favorite movie toys. It's weird how the crown's so tiny, but I get it for like the function. Also, I always found it weird how his feet looked. As a kid, I always thought they were like chewed up, but as I get older, no, it's not that. They're meant to look like sand, but if that was the case, I wish they painted it to look like sand, because it just looks like he has two really big chewed up feet. Invincibubble. This one used to talk, but I don't think it talks anymore. I don't have a straw, so I can't find that out, but I remember it said something along the lines of, "Get ready for the Invincibubble," or one of the sponge out of water quotes from that scene. I find it funny how the superhero designs for Sponge Out of Water were like the most prominent thing in the marketing, but they only took up 20 minutes of the whole movie. What's next? Oh, a recent one. Here's a Camp Coral Patrick from Sponge on the Run. This one is from Wendy's. And on the inside, we have this little stand. What's the point if this is kind of a stand already? Come on, get out of there. I want to show you to the fans. And it comes with a sticker, which I'm not gonna use. And it comes with this really nice Sponge on the Run background. Sponge on the Run is a gorgeous movie, and I love how they feature the backdrop here. These toys don't really do much, unfortunately. They're just meant to sit here and look pretty. This is having a hard time closing for some reason. I've never had this issue. There we go. What's next? Another SpongeBob movie, I believe. Yeah, 2004. My second guess was Friend or Foe, but this is a movie. It has 3 eye features. This one is just regular eyes, kind of creepy. Big eyes, which are derpy. And I heart you. And you just move it around and just get the desired eyes you want. Cool. Honestly, other than the eyes, I do like how this one looks. It's a very different compared to other SpongeBob figures in the Burger King lines. Very different design. I dig it. Oh, another Sponge on the Run. This one is Mr. Krabs. In the movie, he was a chef, but in the recently ended Camp Coral SpongeBob's Underyears, he is the camp master and Plankton's the chef, which I say makes better sense. Here's a sticker, here's a stand, really no point, and another gorgeous background. Funny enough, just like Sponge Out of Water, Jollibee's actually had a better version of the Sponge on the Run. They had like skull supplies, which doesn't sound that cool on paper, but in execution they actually look really cool. And even if you're not using them as school supplies, they are still really cool on display because all of them connect. Why couldn't we get something like that in the US? Well, okay, some Jollibees are in the US, but they're not here. They're not where I live. I want to go to Jollibee's. Ooh, Legends of Bikini Bottom. I had this entire set at one point, and I loved it. All of them were water themed. You fill this up with water. If there's anything on the back. I don't know what's up with these things though. Are these just for decoration? But yeah, you like fill this up with water to make SpongeBob's face bigger, and you spin his face. Not the best one in the Legends line, but it's still really cute. It has like a fun gimmick. It makes for a nice fidget toy. This one is just Pest of the West Patrick. At one point I had this entire line too. All of them had like a stand with like a game, and I didn't know it was a game until like I was an adult, I believe. Most of them aren't really accurate to the movie. I think they're just meant to be like just silly display pieces with like their own quirky designs, which is really cool. I know there was like a really cool Sandy one, which is kind of fascinating to me because even though she wasn't the episode, she wasn't in the flashback sequence, but there was a short that featured her, and that wasn't the design they went with. But I really dig these little cuties. Another Happy Meal. Just press it down and it's meant to go back up. It's kind of finicky nowadays. I think it's spring-loaded. There's like a soccer ball or like a volleyball with a plankton sticker on it. Unfortunately, I can't find it, which really sucks. But as a standalone figure, it's okay. There's like a little thing on the back. It's cute. McDonald's did a pretty good job with this line, honestly. What's next? Ooh, another Wendy's. This one is just something we've seen before, like time and time again. Just Gary just going zoomies. On this side, it's just the typical shell design, though these sections aren't colored in, the spots aren't colored in. Here's Plush Gary for reference. While on this side, it's a little swirly thing with sprinkles, I think. It's pretty cute. I like it. Okay, this isn't any sort of fast food thing. This is more cereal, but I have the SpongeBob Bowl Buddy. It was a gift from one of my closest friends, and I was gonna try to get the whole set of Patrick and Sandy, but when I asked her, hey, where did you get this? She was just like, no, I'm not telling you. So I never got the full set. I could probably get it on eBay though. Not much to it. It's just a cute little companion. Here's a first movie Sandy figure. This one you just press down and do some karate. I find it really funny how Sandy got a toy in this line and not Mr. Krabs because she only has like a few spoken lines. That's not a complaint. I think that's really cool. It's just fun to just spam the attack like this. Okay, moving on. Next up is another Gary. This one has the same gimmick as the Wendy's one, except it's wind up, and honestly, it has a more accurate design. I know the first movie also had a wind up Gary, and with that one, his shell is plush for some reason. I really shouldn't have used a green screen for this video. Oh well. Next up on the chopping block, Mr. Super Awesomeness from Sponge Out of Water. Wonder if he still works. Probably not. I heard a little faint sound come out of him. He was saying justice is best soft served, but it was too like mumbled. Either that or I was like covering the speaker on accident. I wish these toys had replaceable batteries. Hey, what's next? This is a pirate Spongebob. Awesome. Next up is Sour Note. Does he work? He does not. I believe he gave like a no shout, which is interesting because I'm pretty sure they could have gone with the line, look at me, I'm a god, or something like that, or rock hard abs. But they just have him scream in terror, which is like a huge juxtaposition to his epic pose. Sponge Out of Water is honestly my least favorite line, like a fast food toys, which is a shame because I love Sponge Out of Water. Next up is another Lost in Time. This one is like some sort of safari SpongeBob, I think. He's still in the packaging. I think I'm gonna keep him in the packaging because it just looks cool. Yeah. Ooh, another vintage one. This one is Sandy on a jellyfish. I believe you press this button and it's supposed to light up, but since this is from like 2001 to 2003, it doesn't do that. There's like a wind-up thing. What a weird place to put a wind-up. Oh, whoa. It's a vibrator. We have a Sandy vibrator. I have the sense of humor of a middle schooler, I swear. Sandy vibrator. The well is about to run dry. Let's see what else there is. Double feature. These are more cereal toys. They're very flat, and I believe all of them are based on sports. I thought they would be interesting to showcase because I don't have a lot of cereal toys. I know there was like a Nicktoons thing that I had as a kid where it had like SpongeBob and tag characters with like different colored hair. They were really cool. I believe I had SpongeBob, Patrick, and some tag character. What's next? I believe this is the last sponge out of water one. It's Plankton, because apparently they didn't want a hyper-realistic squirrel in their Happy Meals. It's kind of finicky these days, but you just lift up the hands with like this little lever here. Honestly, I wish all the straw toppers had a unique feature like this, or Pinch-A-Lot and that one Invincibubble with the googly eyes. That would have made all of them unique in some way. Why make them straw toppers? Just make them toys. Make them three-dimensional figures. Why are you cheaping out? It's a movie tie-in. Go nuts. Next up is Friend or Foe. This one's a keychain. I enjoy how it almost looks like a rope. This one is based on that one piece of stock art, and it has like an interesting gimmick because you just like squeeze his legs and it does that. Okay, only 3 more, and then we're gonna get to the newest thing in my collection that I haven't opened yet. This one is a Sonic SpongeBob, a okay paint job, I guess, and you just move his arms and it does this. I have seen a paper craft that does this better. This is so lame, I hate it. His eyes aren't even that derpy. It looks like he's like slightly moving around, and it doesn't even give off that illusion either. What the fuck is this? Here's the last Sonic one I had. I had the jellyfish too, like the jellyfish ceiling hangers, but they just got lost to time. This one has a very simple gimmick. Just insert that one, like, squeaky dog sound over him. And the grand finale, a SpongeBob movie toy. This looks like a regular figure, but it actually laughs. Look, I said it laughs. It doesn't mean the laugh is accurate. So one of the reasons why this video was postponed was because I was gonna try to get this complete set. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. Because all they had was, well, one SpongeBob and a ton of Garys for some reason. Let's open these bad boys and see what's going on. A lot of protection I've noticed, which is, you know, respectable. It makes it sturdy. Get out. I wanna see the detail. This one is Spongebob. There's like a lot of sculpting. I believe this is some art of SpongeBob with like a skateboard. I love how this looks. However, I wish that it was painted or something, so it's not just a single color to give it more of that tiki feel. It also comes with a bunch of stickers. Here's SpongeBob with a pencil, SpongeBob and Patrick. Okay, I figured out how to take this as like a separate cup so you don't ruin this one. More SpongeBob and Patrick, more Gary, more Sandy, more Plankton, more Squidward, and more SpongeBob. I am not going to use these stickers, but they look pretty cool. I think there's like one golden one in each set. These are all the stickers. In one of the previous, like, Merch Odyssey videos, I pointed out how there's, like, a lot of art of SpongeBob and Patrick and, like, hip attire. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Same with this one here, just them being rock stars and having, like, hip outfits like this. Now I need to find a way to put these back in traps. I should do that. Try to find a way to roll these up. It's hard since they're, like, bent, because you're supposed to, like, rip out each of the stickers. Okay, I figured it out. I figured out a way to take out the stickers and put them back in the cup. Awesome. And lastly is Gary. There was a lot of Garys at the Burger King I was in. At first, I thought Gary was going to be the only one I was going to get until I found out that they had a SpongeBob as well, so they gave that to me on the house. This one is Gary the Snail. Interesting printing. Again, I wish there was coloring on these to make certain attributes stand out a little more. Gary on books for some reason. I don't get what's up with the book theme. I'm guessing this is just a coincidence with these two, but the printing's good. Great even. I love the detail. I just wish there was coloring, personally. What's the stickers? I'm pretty sure this sticker is on the SpongeBob. Yeah, it is. They're the exact same thing. What an interesting coincidence. Here's SpongeBob and the gang just going breakdancing Squidward, Gary just doing extreme sports, I guess. Plankton being horny, Sandy riding a clam, SpongeBob playing a piano, Stock Art Squidward, Stock Art Gary, Patrick Football. There's a Beanie Baby of this. Squidward painting Gary with like a torpedo thing, the thing you see in Cars. This one is probably the most random piece of stock art if I'm being honest. SpongeBob late for work, SpongeBob and Patrick just talking. This one's kind of random too. It looks like they're just having a serious conversation. What's really the use for this one? Have there ever really been use for this particular stock art, or did it just exist? More Patrick, more Plankton, and shiny Gary. Just a golden Gary. They tried giving the illusion of gold by just having like a brush painted design, but this isn't real gold. It's not reflective like gold. They just kind of cheaped out. Overall, I think the cups are decent. Like, honestly, the main critique I have is I wish there was more coloring. If they had more coloring, then I would have loved this. Because I love the tiki designs and, you know, there's really not a lot of play features, but these could be really cool display pieces. I definitely think there's a lot more effort gone into these than, like, the last Burger King thing that we've gotten, which was Camp Coral, I believe. So that was my video on my entire Burger King toy collection, my entire fast food toy collection. Which one of these toys was your favorite? Which line of fast food toys was your favorite? You guys are SpongeBob fanatics. You probably know every single one. Which set would you like me to get? Like, which set of Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's toys would you like me to complete? I really want the Japanese ones, but I don't think it's really possible to get those. Maybe the Jollibees. I wonder if I can get the Jollibees ones. So what should I do for the next Merch Odyssey? Should I showcase my plush toys? Should I showcase my Lego sets? Should I showcase my Funko Pops? Should I show off my DVD collection? Comment below. And as always, it's all Sab from here.